Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Sipping, all subject channel. Y'all know I be having to start over on some of these videos. I be saying all kind of stuff trying to get that intro out. And one day I'm just gonna let it go. Y'all see what I'm talking about. It'll be a good laugh. Shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to my older subscribers. Shout out to all my No Matrix people out there. The No Matrix population is growing. We got men and women No Matrix. And that's what I want to talk about today. Like, I be spitting fire about women. I do. But I'm the truth man, so I gotta give the other side. And on this one, I'm gonna confess that not all of them are bad. Now, they are chameleons. They change colors with the weather. They are. That's what they do. You know, you got to deal with the ever-changing emotions of a woman if you deal with women. But not all of them is bad. If you hear somebody talking about they all bad, you know they grifted. You know they grifted, man. They not all bad, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Most of them, the majority, terrible. Had bad upbringings. Some of them. You know, we used to play this game called Hide Go Get It. Hide and Go Get It. We called it Hide Go Get It. Like the urban Hampton language. We called it Hide Go Get It. Y'all know what we used to do in Hide Go Get It? How many of y'all remember Hide Go Get It? Yeah. You always had those girls that ain't gonna let you do nothing even if you catch them. But then you had the ones that's gonna let you do everything if you catch them. A lot of these blossomed into the Freaknik girls. And then after the Freaknik, they had like 3-4 kids, 3-4 baby daddies, sending them canteen money and stuff like that. But what about the other girls? What about the girls who stayed in the house under the air in their room with their door closed, listening to music? See, we don't talk about them. We talk about the 304s and the modern women and all this, all that. But we don't talk about those little couple unicorns that might have been in the church. Their mother and father spent time with them. Their mother and father raised them good. They never got away. You know? We just blast. Especially black women. And here's what's weird. We hearing about women doing a lot of stuff, right? Like killing their boyfriends and stuff like that. But black women are doing less of that now. I'll tell you what black women is doing. They slashing tires, busting windows. But they ain't killing their boyfriends like that. You know? Man, my wipers, I need it. I know y'all hear that. But people be trying to outrun the fire trucks so they won't have to pull up. I know I be doing it sometime. And he be flying too. He be trying to make you pull over. Like, he trying his best to get up here. But, oh, shoot, I burped. I'm drinking energy drink, sorry. But anyway, y'all, it ain't the first time. You probably burping right now. All of them ain't bad. See, we want to go by our experiences because we don't have the ones that are good around us in our city, here and there. You know, you don't see them. Because when they get older, they still be pretty much the same. Go to work, come home, watch their shows. you don't really see them. You see, like I had a delivery to a bar. Well, it's really a restaurant, but like in this area, it's becoming very popular. And it's like our age group, the late 30s and up, be in that, they be in there and it don't be no mess. It remind me of how Milwaukee was in the 90s, man. Like when we used to go down to the lake and it wasn't nothing happening. You go down there now, tat, 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 tat. Oh, amen. Blah, 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 blah. Messing up everything. So, we need to spend more time talking about the little couple that ain't like this. And a lot of them be reading, they be watching this stuff, and these, some of them be like, you right. I noticed that, blah, blah, blah. They'll comment, and that'll be the end of it. But the hit dogs be howling. The ones that's guilty. Calling me the crusty lip can because I be licking my lips all the time. Just all kind of stuff. Just disrespectful. Like, for what, man? You don't agree with what I'm saying? Don't watch. Like, maybe you could get a man if you wasn't so disrespectful. And that's a lot of them. But I think we need to spend more time as men looking for the ones that's not like that. Vetting the ones to see how they are. Broadening your horizons as to how a woman's appearance has to be. Like, I ain't like y'all. I always been the type. You know, you gotta have ugly ones in the stable. The ones that, I don't think any women are ugly per se, but the ones that have less attractive facial features, put it that way. Because sometimes where they lack, they strong in other areas. Like they strong in other areas. They know how to treat guys. They know this, that, and the other. Because a lot of time, here's what happens. You get with a woman for looks, then her looks start to fade. And so her attitude fades because she can't go by her looks no more. That happens, man. I've seen it happen to a lot of guys that I know. So, most guys, instead of like, if they're single trying to find something worthwhile, they just label everybody. They watch all this content from dudes that ain't never been in no relationship. Some of them ain't never been married, so they don't have the full scope. You know, they might have something to offer because some of them know how to talk good and they know how to set up their background, so on and so forth. But these dudes will tell you, they'll try to box you into their box, some of them. Try to get you to like the women they like. Let's be honest, man. Some guys are attracted to white women. Some guys aren't. That's just the way it is with every race. Some guys are attracted to Asian women. Some guys aren't. Some guys are attracted to Latino women. Some guys are. Some guys don't care the race. You know? We all different. But where we need to be the same is we need to seek out the few gems that's left. You need to seek out the few gems. If you're going to deal with them, Deal with them the right way. All you dudes that nobody ever, you be like, nobody ain't gonna ever change my mind. I want to get married one day. You know, I don't listen to these guys. You know how people be. Okay. Then at least let us show you what to look for. At least let us show you what to avoid. Like, I got the red flag series now. Let us show you. Learn what the interview face is. I talk about it all the time. Learn what it is. Because anybody that say every marriage is going to go bad, I think that's a false statement. Now, what would be a true statement is the majority of marriages are going to go bad. And don't think just because people still together that they together. See, I think the challenge for a lot of you women is you gotta get through your menopausal period without destroying your relationship. Like, even when you getting close to it. When I ain't trying to be nasty, when you ain't as wet as you used to be. Like, and guys, when you know the difference. That's like a lot of times that's that period that she gotta get through, because that's when she gonna start getting disrespectful, getting sneakier, and everything else. Trying to withhold sex. But on this one, we talking about the people who don't do that and the people who not gonna do that. If you young girls, you need to keep yourself in this category I'm talking about, in the unicorn category. Save yourself for marriage. If you didn't save yourself for marriage, then just slow down. Don't be messing with every dude you meet. Don't mess with any of them. Let him prove himself. Let him stop. And I bet y'all never thought y'all hear me say this. But if you preserve yourself, now you're valuable. See, what's messing up, what's happening on YouTube is these women that ain't no good, they done cheated on every man they done been with, but they still delusional, talking about what they deserve. You a cheater. You don't deserve anything. You deserve karma. But those of you that's not like that, don't become like that. Don't become like that. Keep yourself all the way there. Mentally too. See, some people might have a low body count, but they don't let the devil run roughshod over them mentally. So they still is not going to really be a catch, per se. You got to keep yourself mentally too. So that's what I wanted to talk about. All of them ain't bad. If anybody that's saying all of them is bad, is grifting on you. Kryptonite. Remember Kryptonite with Superman? Kryptonite is getting some of y'all guys. Kryptonite. And if you hear anybody use that, roast them. Do it for me, man, please. When y'all hear guys trying to use my catchphrases and not give me credit, do not let your liking for them, just roast them for me, because they being a wimp. These guys will puff up, yeah, I'm this, I'm that, but then they'll use somebody's catchphrase and won't give them credit for it. You obviously ain't all that, because you ain't coming up with your... Man, I got so many catchphrases on YouTube. Panda Bear came up with that. Ninja News came up with that. First person to use grifting. I started using it as soon as I watched that audiobook when nobody saying grift. Nobody. And I watch a lot of content, so I know. And it's other stuff. But anybody that's trying to tell you that all of these women is bad? And just like, let's get off subject. The dudes that try to stay within a certain age, man, some of these young girls is thoughts, man. They be having STDs. Let's go here. That's why you can't limit yourself. Now, in some ways, they might have better hair, better shape, stuff like that. But it's some older women that'll rock your world. Just like it's some young women that you barely ain't gonna be able to feel them. Like they just ripped off. Too much activity. So don't let these guys on YouTube limit you. You got to be strong enough as a man to know that they're not all bad. And don't let people have you being scared to approach somebody. Yeah, cold approach is different. It works different now, but it still works with some. So you gotta be somebody that can pull from every philosophy and every philosopher, but you gotta also be a person that can push away the false philosophies that you gain wisdom through the years. You like, wait a minute, nah, that's something, I ain't gonna do that. And one of those things is thinking every woman is bad. So now you don't hold doors open for women. You walk right in and practically close her feet on the door. Because you heard somebody say chivalry is dead. Okay, maybe with them. But so you gonna stop being chivalrous? That's like saying every woman is a hoe. And you know that ain't true. So let me ask you something. So let's say you had a girl, right? She looking for that guy. She want to have a family, want to settle down. But she gets this guy. He want to do all this stuff. You know how women feel about cheating. They just now learning about polygyny. So she breaks up with him. That's one. Then she still herself. Still trying to, be like that. She meets somebody else. That's two. He the same way as the first dude. So she said, okay, I'm not gonna become no 304. That's Coach Greg Adams, y'all. Y'all already know. Hey, you see that? See how I do that? He coined that. But now the third guy is here. And the third guy is a little sneakier than the first two, but he's similar to them. She catches on to him, and now she don't want him no more either. So now she just working, just doing her thing. She ain't really dealing with nobody because she heartbroken. Years go by. 2, 3. And now she met somebody else. Is that a hoe? Somebody that just had a couple guys that she just wasn't feeling like, you know what? Now, I'm going to tell you what a 304 is. A 304 is them ones that be getting smashed quick, dude, be all in their pants early. Plenty dudes done touched it, plenty dudes done seen it. Whether they got through or not, that's a 304. That's what y'all gotta watch out for. That's why this whole Freaknik, that's why a lot of people did videos on the Freaknik thing. You gotta watch out for these type. Because regardless, if they are teased and they didn't really let them do everything, but they let like 5 or 6, 7 dudes see it, touching all on them and stuff, that still counts as body count. It still counts as body count. So what happens is, down the line, they're going to get that curiosity. And they ain't going to be no different. So, You gotta know how to vet. You gotta know what questions to ask, how to ask them, how to figure this out. You gotta learn how to know when people be lying. You gotta know how to remember what people say and bring it back to them in a different way. That's vetting too. To see if they give you a different answer. I mean, after all, it's your money, it's your time. You know, so why not vet? You know what I mean? But to say they're all bad, all of them, every single one of them is a grift. It's a grift. It's a grift. Anyway, we're gonna come back with more videos. It ain't gonna be, I went crazy yesterday with it. It ain't gonna be like yesterday. But we got some stuff to talk about, so stay tuned. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.